For a small library as the Neo Geo Pocket Colors was, it's perhaps a little overkill to have 3 baseball games. The second was a Japanese exclusive, the somewhat disappointing Neo Poke Pro Yakyu, and it's the same developers ADK bringing us this entry. By now, the NGPC had faded away from North American markets, which is certainly a shame for Dynamite Slugger. You'd have to think the audience would have been bigger over there than it was in Europe, but all told, we were granted a much better effort from ADK the second time around. Whether we needed a third one on the system when so many other sports were fully neglected, who's to say really? Choose from an exhibition match, a tournament, or pennant race. You can edit the player database a bit too if you want that level of immersion. Each player has their own ERA. For the uninitiated, that means earned run average, how many runs they give up. So you actually want a lower ERA if you're looking to hire the best pitchers. Some of the best even have their own distinctive pitches that they excel in to separate them from the rest. Equally though, you can just pick the default and stand a pretty good chance of doing what you want. Don't worry if you don't want to get that involved, you don't need to. Note that your fielders aren't that automated, you have to move them yourself. If a ball comes right at them, they will catch it on their own, but you actually have to move the players to the crosshair yourself. Now it's speedy enough and responsive enough to be doable. Unlike some baseball games I could mention, you can quite easily dive to make catches, and throwing to the bases you're going for is nice and responsive. Base running also has a few versatile functions. You can slide to hit the base in a pinch, and easily tell your runners to move on one by pressing A and the directional arrow to the unmanned base. Batting is really a matter of timing, but the success rate, i.e. can you hit it without immediately getting caught out, seems a bit higher than usual. I got on pretty well with it, and I typically suck at these sorts of games. The graphics are definitely better than Neo Poke, not quite as impressive as Baseball Stars in my opinion, especially considering that was a launch title. When something happens, like a strikeout or a home run, you don't really get any fancy player animations or anything, just a scorecard spelling out the thing that happened, or even just a little text popping up. A bit of a wasted opportunity really. The sound effects are pretty clever though, not just relying on little chiptunes. No difficulty settings unfortunately, and like I say, it does seem to be on the easy side. If I can win a game in a baseball sim, then it must be. That's possibly the only thing really getting in the way of Dynamite Slugger becoming more of a classic sports title on the system. Once you've played a few games, it's pretty hard to actually lose, which sucks a bit of the excitement out, I think. Also, what's the point of having a link functionality in your system if even the sports games don't use it? The lack of a 2-player option in this one is frankly bizarre.